Off and racing, race 2, the Tattersalls Ireland Winter Sale 5-year-old Geldings Maiden. Field head on the way to the first of probably 12 fences. Very slowly away was Harley Dunn's mount Lamoral Fromentin, who yielded about 12 lengths at the start, but as they come along to the first fence and there's a bit of race on to get over the first in front, with up there Lincoln Mill sharing the early lead with Castle Dream. Also not too far off the early lead is Super Mason, and this one in turn then is followed out deep in the track there by Bound for Nowhere as they stream over number 2. So in settling down, it's Calshine and Lincoln Mill who's gone to the front. From then 4 in line for the second spot, including amongst them are Bound for Nowhere. Rootblock Bob is up there, the grey horse, and also alongside these is Castle Dream, and a bit slow at that jump was Super Mason, who's back in 5th. A few lengths after these then, 2 in 6th spot, we find the Mick-off runner, that's Combi. And this one in turn is followed then down along the inside by Coolishel for the Fennessees. Also then towards midfield, Derek O'Connor aboard Strange Ways. This one trained by Sam Curling towards the back end of the field. We have got the likes of Modern Day Hero, who in turn is followed by Manila Ocean, the son of Crystal Ocean on his debut for the Nallen team, and also held up towards the back is Chris O'Donovan's horse, which he rides and trains here. That's Teacher's Pet, and the slow starting Harley Dunn runner Lamoral Fromentin continues to whip them in. On to the fence in the back straight now, and the Mick Goff runner under his son Harry Goff has come through to lead. That's Combi. So Combi and Lincoln will come away from that fence a couple of lengths ahead then from Castle Dream, the Cashman runner, who's in 3rd. 4th place then is Super Mason, and then for the Sheehan family you got Rootblock Bob, popular in the betting market. Pre-race is up there in 5th position for the Wren, back towards midfield. Bound for Nowhere is then followed by the likes of Castle Dream, also towards midfield Modern Day Hero, followed by Manila Ocean. Lamoral Fromentin continues towards the back. Also out the back door there is Teacher's Pet. So moving down towards the end of the back straight, they're reaching the end of the first mile in this 5-year-old Geldings Maiden. About to hit the home bend. And as they do so, Combi leads about a length and a half in front from Lincoln Mill, who in turn is a length ahead from Castle Dream, who's a length and 3/4 ahead of the 4th running Rootblock Bob. On that one's inside, sitting in 5th place is Super Mason, and then Bound for Nowhere, followed then towards midfield by Modern Day Hero and Manila Ocean. Coolishel still tucked away towards midfield. On they come, having completed the circuit, and Combi drives along this train here by just over a length from Lincoln Mill. Rootblock Bob up in the centre with Castle Dream for the 4th and 3rd positions. Down there inside is Luke Murphy aboard Super Mason, who'll take it in 5th, and then over in 6th place, making ground in the noseband, that's Teacher's Pet, who in turn is followed by Coolishel for Alan O'Sullivan. So as they come to the fence, 6 from home next time round. Combi will lead over it from Lincoln Mill, they're 1 and 2. 3rd place in the green jacket, moving up the outside for Alan Feeney, is Bound for Nowhere, who's alongside Castle Dream, and then Rootblock Bob. Back in 6th, the Navy. Down the inside is Super Mason, and then Teacher's Pet pokes his head through there in about 6th spot alongside Rootblock Bob, who was a bit awkward at that one. Followed also through in midfield, patiently ridden, is Strange Ways, and sitting alongside that one is Coolishel. The 3 at the back of the field include Manila Ocean, Modern Day Hero, and still to pass Arrival is the slow starting Lamoral Fromentin. Out they go now. They've all jumped round safely. They've got 3 more to take and just under a mile to cover. Combi a neck in front now from Lincoln Mill. On their tails, 3rd and 4th places are Bound for Nowhere for the Tom Keating team alongside the Cashman runner Castle Dream, and then in 5th, still handy, Rootblock Bob for Dara Allen. For the back in the field in the 6th is Teacher's Pet, followed by Coolishel, and then Strange Ways. One who's lost his position is Super Mason, who has dropped back to about 8th or 9th. Modern Day Hero is beginning to get a bit closer. The 2 still at the back of the field are Manila Ocean, and finally, but in touch, is Lamoral Fromentin. Here they go racing on this long stretch on the level before they'll head to the second last fence, and it is still just about Lincoln Mill and Combi Almost forming a line of 3 on the outside now is Bound for Nowhere, who's racing full of beans and holding every chance there for Adam Feeney. They are 1, 2, 3 straddled across the track. Hunted up then in 4th place by Ruplock Bob. And he in turn is followed by Teacher's Pet, who's firmly in the argument there in about 6th, 7th place. Coolishul makes ground. Here comes the Manila Horse putting on the indicator, sweeping around the outside into 5th place. That's Manila Ocean. So all in with some sort of shot at this as they come into the home straight now. Into the final 3 furlongs or so. They got 2 more fences to jump in this 5-year-old Geldings Maiden. And when they level up, we'll see that Bound for Nowhere has shot into a 3-length lead in the hands of Adam Feeney. He's suddenly put pace to the race. Coolishul in the lemon and black stripes comes through on the outside to challenge. Ruplock Bob is in 3rd place, and they go on then. From in 4th running on is Lamarel Fromentine, but as they get away from the second last, and it's the Keating-Feeney partnership who had a winner last week at Drummahan. They're in great order, and they've got Bound for Nowhere. He's bound for the sales now because he got over the last safely, and he's winning very, very easily. This is a nice horse, Bound for Nowhere. He certainly improved wholesale on his Easter start at Curramore. Late for second, Derek O'Connor aboard Strange Ways. In behind these, 3rd was a tight call between the 2 core horses, Ruplock Bob, and also up there for the 3rd spot was Coolishul back in 5th. Considering he lost 12 lengths at the start, Lamarel Fromentine done well to take 5th.
And the result of our second race, first number 2, second number 8, third number 22, and number 13 was 4th. 2, 8, 22, and 13. Your distances were 8 lengths, 1.5 lengths, and a half length. 8 lengths, 1.5, and a half length. Could we have a farrier to the weigh tent, please? Could a farrier please come to the weigh tent?